It's really exciting to be back in person at TechShare Pro again this year. I think everyone has missed the personal contact. You can feel the excitement in the room here this evening.
So many people know each other through so many different connections. And another heart of it is a concern for disabled people, making the world a more accessible place, making sure that the world is a more equal and fair place.
It's part of our mission statement to make the world's information universally accessible and useful. So if we don't take the broadest definition of accessible and useful, we're missing 1.2 billion people in the world. So for us to meet our mission, we have to make everything accessible. We may never reach that because it is such a challenging thing with technology and people, but it is an important part of everything that we do.
I was invited in my role as a Disability and Access Ambassador, and so happy I came. In Heritage, I tend to be more about the immersive experience of being on site, forgetting tech and leaving it alone. But actually tonight I found so many ways that we can make heritage and history and culture more accessible for people just by introducing some really simple tech solutions.
This event is very important, so it's our fourth TechShare event. After every event, I actually have a long list of items and takeaways. We take a lot of those learnings from the organizations we listen to in the TechShare events. So really we learn a lot, and it's really great value for money.
Being in the same room as people that share the same ideas, have new ideas they want to share with you, who are kind of striving for the same future goals, it's brilliant. So nice for that to happen again. I'm most excited about the discussions around the media and sort of representation of people that are disabled. As a disabled person, I feel like actually it's quite difficult to portray us in a way that's actually realistic. I think as we get older and as things get harder to kind of attend, to be speakers at and things like that, actually it becomes harder to represent people as they go through the journey of perhaps getting a bit more disabled.
If we get accessibility wrong, then it has huge impacts all around the world, both in education, people's lives at home, or people's access to work. It's really incumbent that Microsoft really puts focus on this topic. We've been on a journey over the years. You're never allowed to switch off on accessibility.
At Skyscanner, the opportunities are huge because now we've landed the fact that it's important. Everyone's agreed it's important, and I don't need to go searching for that buy-in anymore. It's there. I don't need to particularly raise awareness in the company. It's there. So the opportunities for me are, okay, how do we become really good at this?
We can't do this on our own. Government is an important player in all of this, but we need to work with disabled people and with the tech giants to make sure that we move this agenda forward and really maximise the opportunities for disabled people going forward.
The House of Lords reception was amazing. I can be in a conversation with somebody who's just come back from the EU summit on something, right next to somebody who's just worked out how to do speech transcription for 25 different languages. And then I can go, I did a bit of VR research. Hey, how could we merge that thing with that thing? And oh, I've got an idea.
We are all having conversations around gender, around sexual orientation, around ethnicity. And disability is quite complex. It is really a complex topic. So my sort of answer to sort of other organizations and also my colleagues would be, guys, look, come and learn from some of the best in the world. How often could you go into a physical or a virtual room and have arguably, a significant part of the world's best minds on a specific topic in one place?
I think the interaction with the audience is important, and one of the sessions that I was in had very much focus on questions and answers, and to me that is really interesting because sometimes in the accessibility world and maybe in other professions as well, we tend to kind of talk to each other a little bit. The sessions where we had a lot of user interaction or participant interaction maybe, I think were the most interesting for me because I think we can all learn from getting questions that we are not prepared for.
Improving and building digital accessibility in the workplace is vital because not only will it allow you to connect with your customer base through accessible website design, there needs to be some form of connection between everyone, and I think digital accessibility is the key to bringing that all together so we're all still connected in a seamless fashion.
So I want to be able to collaborate with sighted people in a meaningful way. This is the first event where I've been on a panel, and to be able to speak to companies like this as a user has been great.
TechShare Pro this year has been brilliant. I mean, it's always great. There's always loads and loads of great information. Hearing how these huge technology companies that historically, or in any kind of other vein, are competing. When it comes to accessibility, when it comes to inclusion, when it comes to making their products accessible to absolutely everybody in the world, they work together, and it becomes this collaborative, wonderful thing.